Welcome, everybody. This is Alg857, and this is the My Take review of Tetris Effect. As you guys out there know, I am a big Tetris fan.
Huge.
Oh, that voice that you just heard in the sideline, that's Turbo857. He's off camera, but
I'm going to be asking questions.
he's going to be asking me questions about this game. So, yeah, that being said, I don't know how we're where I can start because there's so much to say about this.
I'll start you off right there. All right. You just recently beat Tetris Effect. You know, you got a Let's Play going on the channel right now. You are what the crowd might not know at this point. Maybe they already know if they've been checking out the channel, following the Twitter, is that Al is a world record champion for Puyo Puyo Tetris, the Tetris in that. He holds the world record for that. And also Tetris Access, which is for the Nintendo 3DS. Yeah. Now, it's safe to say that you've been playing Tetris since Game Boy, right? Since like.
Ooh, yeah, actually, the first time I ever played Tetris was on the Game Boy. I had a cousin of mine who did have the NES version of Tetris, and you'll be surprised to know I sucked really bad at Tetris. Like I was really bad at Tetris.
I can't imagine.
I was really bad. In fact, I remember it was my sister's Game Boy. It wasn't even my Game Boy. It was my sister's. And I just remember being real pissed off. We were on a road trip and she had a higher score than me. Like she was a lot better than me. At the time, she was a lot better than me. And yeah, and that used to piss me off, man. So I just remember like trying to beat her score. That was like my motivation, was to try to beat my sister.
So your sister got you.
Yeah. So that's where the obsession started, man. And then after that, the next Game Boy, not after Game Boy, I had what was it? I had it on the
Super Nintendo, was it? Or
yeah,
Nintendo?
It was on the Super Nintendo. I had the it was a Dr. Mario. It was 3 games basically. Actually, it was 2 games. It was Dr. Mario and Tetris. And I played that a lot. That was one of the games that I played a ton of. But one thing I found out though is that every Tetris game had its own feel, and every Tetris game had its own, like, they brought something new to the table.
Its own flavor.
My all-time favorite Tetris game, though, was for the DS.
That was a good one. I remember that one.
That one was, I'm trying to remember. I think maybe it was Tetris Ultimate, I think.
It was all Nintendo themed out.
Yeah, it was Nintendo themed out, and it was on the 2DS, or not the 2DS, the DS.
2DS.
Sorry. I'm getting all mixed up with the names, man. Because
Nintendo's fault with the naming conventions.
I mean, I had a DS Lite, and this thing was awesome, man. I brought this thing everywhere, and one of the games
I love that. DS
one of the games I killed, which I played all the time, was the DS Tetris. And I remember I did a personal challenge. This wasn't even like, my personal challenge was to do the marathon, which was, if you do it without the endless. My personal challenge was to get 200 lines, and that one you could do 200 lines to max out. And I did that. And my challenge was to beat the game every day, 200 lines a day for 30 days, for a fucking whole month. Wow. And I actually did that. And I was like, wow.
200 lines a day for 30 days?
Yeah. So I kept doing that. Like, at first I couldn't get to 200 lines. Like, the most I could get was like 100. Yeah. And then I just built me up from there. And then I made a personal challenge to do that. Once I hit that goal, getting 200 lines was very easy to me because I played it literally every day. Yeah. And I think that kind of like trained me into like figuring out, like just learning how to play works. And how to, when to hold a piece, trying out different strategies. There's different strategies for how you play too, because like when I'm playing Marathon, it's a different strategy than when you're doing Battle. When you're doing Battle, you have to set up your pieces in a different way. And you kind of got to like look at your opponent and see where they are on the map, and then like hold their pieces and be able to hit a Tetris to fucking demolish your opponent, or to hit them in a way that they can't recover. So there's a different strategy to that when you're playing battle, and then when you're doing Marathon. When you're doing Marathon, it's just, obviously it's a marathon. You're just seeing how long you can last. A completely different strategy, different mindset altogether.
When we talk about now segueing back to Tetris Effect, though.
Tetris Effect. Yes.
Now, what when you're talking before about each Tetris game brings something new to the series, what did Tetris Effect bring?
Oh, that's a great question, man, because Tetris Effect brought a lot of stuff. Mainly, they added, for the first time, they added they call it the journey mode, which is what I beat. I beat it on expert. The journey mode is basically not really a story mode, but it's almost like a linear mode, a progression, where it's they have different zones or different areas. I think it was 7 areas, and in each area they had a different number of stages that you had to beat. Now, what's crazy about it is, like, area 1, I think it was 3 or 4 stages. Once you pass the first stage, whatever blocks you have on your board continues, stays on your board until the next stage. You know, and it obviously goes all the way until you beat that area, and then that's it.
Yeah, it's rapid, right? Like if you one stage, you go straight to the next one, straight to the next one.
So that's actually cool. That's actually a cool that alone right there they changed. Another thing is the speed level is randomized, which is for the first time ever. This is the first time they've ever done that in Tetris. So, you know, and I think it goes because this is kind of like, it's not really a rhythm game, but because as you break the blocks, the number of blocks that you break kind of change the music. The music changes as you play. Oh wow!
So that's how they incorporate the music.
You can kind of, you know, but it's not like a rhythm game in that, you know, you can manipulate the music. You know, like it's like a timing thing. It's not really like that. It's still straight up Tetris.
Right.
Another thing that they added, and this is in journey mode as well, which I barely use because it's a new feature, and I didn't really have to use it. I kept forgetting that I had it, and what happens is that every time you break a line, you build up a zone meter. It's a meter called the zone. And once the zone meter is full, you hit, I think it's the R button, the L or R button, and that activates it. And what it does is, like the Matrix, it slows everything down.
Oh, really?
It slows down time, so you can actually link up, and you can get beyond four lines for a Tetris. So you can get beyond, and you can do as many lines.
Oh, that's like a game changer.
It is a game changer.
No other Tetris has that. Yeah,
no other Tetris has that. It's actually a really cool feature. Again, I'm not used to that. I'm old school Tetris. So I never even barely use it. Like I use it maybe like a few times. If you watch the stream, you'll watch the my gameplay, and you'll see that I basically just used it, like, you know. I don't even think a handful of times. I probably use it like maybe 3 times in the whole playthrough. But I really enjoyed that. That was really cool. And also, another big thing too about this one, this was actually meant for VR. I don't know if I could do the VR unless, you know, by popular demand you guys want to see me play it in VR.
Remember somebody in the comments mentioned, yeah, you gotta try in VR.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty intense. Visually, it's pretty intense because there's what this Tetris has it blends in with the background. So the Tetris pieces themselves also blend in with the background. Yeah. So it's like it's like an optical illusion almost, in that there's a whole bunch of shit that's going on, and they try to purposely get you confused. Right. So like sometimes I got confused a few times where I was like, oh my god, I don't know what the hell is what. Like blocks are blending in with the background, and I'm like, oh man, what the hell?
I wonder how it looks in VR.
You know, and then I don't even know if I could do it. But there was some parts where like there was so much visually going on that my eyes started watering. Like my eyes were hurting. I was like, oh man, this freaking hurts my eyes. But it's beautiful stuff though. It's beautiful graphics. As far as the controls go, my only thing is with this control, it's very, I'm gonna say tight.
It's very tight.
It's like it's not as loose. Like other Tetris games are very like loose. Like I know the Tetris on the Switch, Puyo Puyo Tetris, even Tetris 99, very very smooth controls, which is like with the D-pad, it's very good. I think it has to do with the controller itself, because I mean, if you look at the DualShock 4 controller, the D-pad is very stiff, so I think that translates into the gameplay a little bit.
Interesting.
But other than that, I mean, it still controls good. Like you do, like if you do make a mistake, it's like it's your fault. You know what I mean? Like, but it does have a different feel. Like it's hard to describe. It does feel different, and I think that has to do with the controller itself than the actual gameplay.
I see. I'm sure the music helps too.
And also, not to mention the speed. Every Tetris game that's been out, this is the last thing that they actually changed. That's different than all the other Tetris games.
Right.
Every Tetris game, the max speed level is 15. Every single Tetris game. And I think because I was playing on Expert, it actually goes beyond 15. The last stage especially. It goes actually up to level 20, speed level 20, which is insanely fast. Yes. Like, all right.
What?
To give you an example, speed level 15 is manageable. The piece will drop in a second, right? But you have at least a half a second to adjust your piece.
Yeah.
On speed level 20, as soon as that shit drops, it stays there. You cannot fix it. Wow. So you literally have to, you just have to be lightning fast. Like you have to think, like way in advance. You have to know where exactly to put it, like before it even touches. Because once it touches a piece, it's stuck there. That's it. You can't adjust it. There's no adjustment. It's fast, and because this game fluctuates with the speed. Yeah. It's very random. It's like, oh my god, you'll see it just start going fast and then it'll slow down. But what was interesting was on the last stage, it would go to speed level 20, and you're like struggling. I'm like, oh my god, this is crazy. And then it goes back to 16 speed level, not even 15, 16. But it made level 16 speed feel like nothing. Like, like I was relieved when it went to 16. And I was like, this is still fast. But it was manageable, you know, like I was manageable still.
Oh my god!
And you could definitely see it on the channel.
Jesus,
well. I think. But those are the things they really added a lot, and I didn't even play or stream. I just did the journey mode, but they have tons of other modes.
Oh, there's more modes.
Well. There's tons of modes. There's actually a lot of cool modes that they added there.
Oh,
yeah.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who knew?
And
now, is this your favorite? What's your favorite Tetris game?
That's a tough one, man. This one it's up there. It's up there. This is definitely the toughest.
Oh wow!
If you would ask me before this came out, what's the toughest Tetris? I would say the one for the NES, the original NES.
Wow, that's the toughest.
Is the toughest, yeah, because it's the pieces, the colors, everything is randomized. You can't hold a piece. Yeah. You literally just have to use whatever's on there.
You can't keep rotating a piece once it hits another piece to try to kind of fit it.
Not really, no. Once it touches, it's it. And it's literally the toughest. It's the toughest one. I actually got up to. I think I was in the. They say once you reach master level, you get once you hit 300,000 points, you're like you mastered the game. Like, you're good. You're a good player. Like, there's players that can reach way beyond that. I just reached 300,000, but that took me so long just to even get there. Like, I was like, wow, I can't even do it because I had an emulator. I had the Raspberry Pi emulator, gaming emulator, whatever, computer, and I was playing, you know, just for nostalgia purposes. I was like, oh, let me play this again because I haven't played it since I was a kid. You know, I can't be that bad, man. I had to get back into the momentum of like learning how to play that. Completely different game.
Now,
but it's tough. Yeah.
Are you going to be breaking any records in Tetris Effect?
You know what? I was actually looking to see what the leaderboards were, like online, officially, like recorded. I really didn't find anything on there because I think it's still too new.
It's too new for anyone to get records.
It's still too new.
Do something and put something up.
It's not on Twin Galaxies, so I think. I mean, the marathon. If anything, I will attempt to do a marathon, but I want to see. I'd have to see where, maybe on the leaderboards. I'm gonna check to see what what the highest score is on the leaderboards, and then if it's something that I think that I can that I can if I think I can beat that, then yeah. But I mean, I remember for the DS, I remember there was a Tetris game, the Tetris on the DS.
Yeah.
I remember going on the leaderboards there and looking online, and I remember looking at the score of like 2 million or whatever, and thinking like, damn, that's crazy. How the heck did somebody get that? Right. And now I'm like, 2 million. 2 million ain't nothing, man. Shoot.
That is hilarious.
Shoot, 2 million analytics. And now, obviously, if you see the way I play, I actually don't do a lot of the tricks. Like a lot of people use the T-spins and stuff like that. I don't even do that. In fact, I don't even rotate the opposite way. I only rotate one way, if you notice. And a lot of people say, "Oh, to be good, you gotta be able to rotate both ways." You know, you could. I mean, yeah. If I learn how to do it, but you know, it's just for
it'll help. Yeah, but
I'm sure it will help. But to me, the way I see it, it's like I'm so used to just playing the way my style of playing.
If you don't need it, you don't need it.
I'm so used to playing the way I play, and it's like it works for me, man. I mean, it works for me. Maybe. Should I practice using, rotating both ways? Nah, I don't know. I don't know.
If you don't need to, look, if you're getting records without it, then it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. That's the way I see it.
That's exactly. I see it the same way, too.
I rotate the same way. I don't do T-spins. I had like maybe 2 T-spins in the whole throughout the whole game. Only 2. Like, I get the way I reach points is through Tetrises, getting as many Tetrises as possible, and that's how I get my points. That's how you do it. Yeah. So I might try to attempt to do to try to not beat a record, but just to see.
If there's no records, put a record on.
Oh yeah. If there's no records, I'm gonna see. But doing a marathon is draining, man. You guys out there don't know, man. That is very draining.
Yep, check out the Let's Play Puyo Puyo Tetris, and you can see his 2 marathons on there. He breaks the record, and then he breaks his record again. Yeah. So he's a 2 record breaker champion.
Yeah,
in Puyo Puyo Tetris.
The first record I broke was tough, but it wasn't that. You
beat him like 100-something points. I was like, oh shit! I was like, he beat that record by 100 points.
And I wasn't even sure during the stream if I did beat it because I was like,
yeah, it didn't even look like it. Like, okay, like, all right.
I don't know what I got, but I know when I beat my personal record again, and I shattered that.
Yeah, you shattered that record.
I was so drained that
you almost doubled the points. Yeah, I was like, you almost doubled the points.
I was really drained, man. I honestly thought it didn't look on my face like I was excited. I was, but I was just physically drained, man. So if you notice I didn't look excited, I really was. I really was.
It's just drained.
I was just exhausted, man. That took a lot out of me. So if I'm gonna attempt to do it again. But this time I'm gonna get more rest. I have to get more.
Oh no! You don't need to do the Puyo Puyo Tetris.
No. I'm talking about Tetris Effect.
Oh, okay. Effect. Yes.
If I'm gonna do another marathon again.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make sure it's not gonna be for a while. It's not gonna be for a while because that was definitely draining, man.
That's crazy.
I mean, 3.5 hours of straight up, at the highest level.
Wow.
It's tough. It's tough.
Does this game shut down all Tetrises for the future? Do you see them going beyond this? Is there room for improvement, or you really can't do much to Tetris?
Yeah, you know what? Anytime I think that, they always do something to change the game. Like Puyo Puyo Tetris, they added Puyo Puyo, another. They added a different, a mashup basically. That was what they brought to the table. Tetris Acct, they added the 3D mode, and they added like a whole bunch of other 3D puzzle Tetris games to add on to that, which is cool. They added like an AR mode, which like what is that shit called? It's AR, which is something reality, advanced reality or something like augmented reality. Augmented reality, where like you use the camera of the 3DS, and you can move the blocks or whatever with your 3DS.
Yeah.
It's interesting. It's cool, but every Tetris game that's out, they always add something. So to say, I don't know what they could do. Off the top of my head, I don't know what they could do. Maybe, I mean, shit. Even Tetris 99. I mean, that's they just add. That's pretty awesome. The first time they've ever done a battle royale style where you play 99 freaking players.
Yeah, I was like, what?
Simultaneous.
And it's free with the subscription. I was like, no, I play that. I told you, last night I got 20 plays. That's right. That's the second time I came in. That's probably the second highest I got. I came in 16 or 17 before. That was the highest, but that was a while.
That's high, man.
So 20 was like, okay. I was like, all right. Yeah. All right, but you came in first place.
I have never gotten less than 10. Like,
you're always in the top 10.
I'm always in the top 10. Yeah, I'm always in the top 10.
It's like, it's guaranteed I'm always going to be in the top 10.
Mostly in like the top 5. I'm mostly like up there. Either second place, first place, sometimes in 6. You know.
Wow.
And there's other good players out there. There's some good players.
Wow.
It's nice to see that there's other players out there that are you know.
Good. But they're not world record title holders for Puyo Puyo or Tetris Access, though.
Yeah.
They'll come in first place on Tetris 99, but that's just 100 random people in the world, all right? That's not world record shit.
Yeah.
That's not world record shit.
Twin Galaxies, man. Check out the website. I am registered.
Give him his prop!
Yeah, man.
Give him his props. Put his records up. Yeah. Get the records up. It was blasted.
Yeah.
It was beaten.
Yeah.
First you beat it, and then you doubled your points in the second one.
Yeah.
Put them up!
Yeah.
LG857, put them up! Jesus.
Well, the proof is in the pudding.
Proof is in the pudding.
It's right there.
Even Bill Cosby could see it from jail.
Oh, man.
Proof is in the pudding.
I wonder if they serve him pudding in jail. Anyway. Imagine that.
Imagine if they did. Go ahead and
serve him pudding.
Go ahead and ask if they do that.
But, yeah, no, listen. If you're a Tetris fan, this is a no-brainer, man. You got to get this game. You got to get this. Actually, you asked me if there was if I had any complaints. Did you ask?
Oh yeah. Well,
one issue.
Give me a complaint. Give
them
all a complaint.
It's not even a complaint. It's really just it's very nitpicky. But this Tetris game is meant as a single player experience. There's really no
multiplayer.
There's no multiplayer in this one.
Okay. Well, that's what Tetris 99 is for.
Yeah, I mean, if they do add something in the future version of Tetris Effect, maybe if they make a sequel to this, maybe if they made added a versus mode or multiplayer, type of thing.
Yeah,
that I can see, but very good Tetris game though, very very good. It's up there as far as difficulty with the first Tetris, so it's neck and neck.
Wow. Wow.
It's probably one of the toughest that I've played.
That's crazy, man.
For the random speed is mainly.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
Have you ever messed with this?
No, I haven't played Tetris Effect yet. I might give it a go after we finish here.
Oh, okay.
You never know.
Yeah, no, it's intense, man.
I'll get those VR glasses. Might give them a shot.
Oh man, I don't know if I could do that, man. But yeah, your eyes will definitely hurt, man.
Oh,
you got to call your eye doctor after.
Oh God.
You can't play for too long. That's one thing I noticed about this game.
You can't play it for long periods. Well, that's the thing with VR games in general. Is like you can't. Even when I was doing the Resident Evil 7, it's like you gotta take breaks. You can't do it for too long.
I can't do VR, especially marathon. Imagine marathon in VR.
Oh no.
I'll be blind.
So
I'll go blind, man.
So I'll be dead.
But yeah, no, I highly recommend it if you're a Tetris fan. Definitely pick this up, and you can. And if you want a VR game, this is actually, from what I've heard, I haven't tried it yet, but from what I heard, it's very cool to play in VR.
I'm sure.
And well, that was my take. Let us know what your take is in the comments below. If you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can see more stuff like this. And be sure to hit us up on all our social media as well. I'm LG857 once again. This is my take. Peace.